Hey everyone, today I'm going to show you how to create a movie poster. Well, a very simple one. It's a lot easier than it actually sounds. Anyway, first you need to pick a program to do it on. I use Google Docs. It's not perfect, but I'm not a professional, but this is how you can do it, sort of. Anyway, so next you want to color your page a certain color. It looks more professional that way. So if I'm on Google Docs and you click on page setup, then you go on page color, and then you pick your color. So, but it's also important to decide a movie to do. So I'm going to do Captain America Civil War poster. So I think red would be a nice color for that one. Alright, so now we're going to search for images. Civil War logo. But for this one, since we have the page colored a certain way, we need transparent images. That is a transparent image, but we're going to search for transparent to see other transparent images. Alright, so now that we have a transparent logo, let's paste it onto this one. Putting it at the bottom of the page is always good. It's a surefire way to attract some attention for it. Plus, then you have the whole top area to do it. And now, for this one, we're going to find an image of Captain America. So when you're searching for images, always make sure to go transparent if you're creating a poster. That way the images can go in front of one another without the white background and stuff. It's really useful, and it's really useful for creating posters. Alright, so now let's figure out which poster would be good. See, there's a ton of these posters. Like for this one, if we were going to show a poster with them putting fisticuffs at each other, this would be the best one because then we get Captain America and Iron Man all in one. But for example, see this poster, it's a totally different style, for example. But we're not going for that style. We're going for a certain style poster, I think. First, we're going to find an image of Captain America. That's from the Avengers, so we're not doing that one. Age of Ultron stuff would probably be fine as well, but... Alright, so... I think we're going to go... Yeah, see, that's the problem. If you see a really cool image... Oh, and another trick with transparent images, when you click on the image, it already shows up as transparent. That image won't be transparent. It has to take a second to load the transparentness, or else it isn't. All right, Captain. Okay, so nope, not that. Let's go with this one. Since Captain America is the star of the movie, we're going to make him super big. For this style poster, we're going to have the characters lined up in front of each other. So let's make Cap super big. Let's put him in the header. Oh, and you see what I just did? It was crop image. You can figure out how much of the character's body you want to show in there without just putting characters in front or searching for an image that has the perfect one. It's really useful, and it's really useful for creating posters. Now we're going to get Iron Man in there because not Iron Man, Iron Man. Well, that's cool. That's a cool image. Okay. Okie dokie. There's tons of stuff, but with Iron Man, you can never be too careful because you want to. Yes. Anyhow. So, as you can see, I sort of explained how you can create a poster like this, but it's also you get the cruddy ones that don't look like it from the movie. You can do some research by watching. See, this is something. When you close, the problem with your locks is when you close the mostly momentary looking. You know what I mean, but it's anyway. So let's have him sort of like this, and then we can have Iron Man like that. It's looking pretty cool. And then let's get Black Widow in there. All right, then. This is a cool image of Black Widow, but we really need a good one for this. Oh yeah, this is definitely the one. When you're looking for images, you gotta think of the style of your poster that you want. That's why I wanted to. And you have to depend on the movies. See, some movies don't have very many transparent images of characters, but stuff like the Marvel Cinematic Universe and Star Wars has a whole cavalcade of transparent images. So don't worry about feeling like, oh no, there's no transparent images. There will be tons no matter what. Anyway, let's get Bucky Barnes, because he's also a star of the movie, in there. Okay, this is a cool image. But that's even cooler. See, for this one, I needed someone to counteract the Iron Man look, and then Black Widow would go in the middle like that for this. So, and Bucky looks is perfect because it's like that. Anyway, so do you guys think you sort of know how to create a poster? Because it's complicated, but it's quite simple once you really think of it. Another trick for posters is to try and think of it like. Another trick of posters is to try not to show your characters more than once unless that is part of the style of the poster, like showing your characters battling on the ground floor, which I might do. Also, make sure that we can see the characters at the bottom's whole body, unless they're right at the bottom of the screen, unless they're right at the bottom of the screen, like where the cursor is, because then they can probably just not show all their body thinking it's down there. But like, for example, this doesn't look too professional, like not in a movie theater, but it looks cool. Anyway, so let's get Black Panther, because he's another in there, because this was his debut movie and he was quite a big star at it. See, if you find an image that just has a certain amount of the character, sometimes it's good and sometimes it's bad. Because, for example, if the image doesn't bond well with the thing, it's bad. But if the image bonds perfectly, then you don't have to do any cropping. But be wary of images like this, because they can go all wacky on you, and you can't crop them back to normal if you change your mind. That's one thing with poster making. One thing with poster making is you have to have a lot of patience. For example, for this poster, I'm going to put Black Panther up there. But up down here, actually, because we have to have Iron Man. But even there, see, even there, I need to make him a little smaller, or else it won't work. And when you're putting somebody at the top, you have to edit back to poster, because with images, images are very tricky. You have to be really good at this. Like, for example, I practiced with probably over 100 posters before doing this one right before I made this video. So I got this. I learned all about cropping, transparent images, finding the right one from the movie, editing it together in different design styles. So, for example, what if we wanted to add a couple background elements before it's too late? Well, it's hard to do that, but we can probably maybe add. Wait a second. I had a cool idea. One sec, guys. If I can just find the right one. Yep, here we go. See, for this one, I'm going to have multiple of the same character, but it's going to look really cool. See, I'm going to put Cap near the top there, and I'm going to put Iron Man opposite him. Opposite him, but since the tricky part is since we have that image there, we're going to need a different image on top. Luckily, it isn't too bad. And here we are, Captain America. So anyways, when you're creating a poster like this, you have to be very attentive to detail, or else it's not going to work out well. Trust me on this one. See there, like they're poised to attack each other. But for example, if I hadn't cropped any of these images, they would be all over the place right now. See, and it would just be like their feet would be all on top of each other because they're all different sizes. So you gotta crop images, or else they'll turn out horrifying. Oh dang! Did I paste over the logo again? Logo. No, I didn't want Lego. I meant logo. Locomotive. Na 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 na. Locomotive. Sorry, am I boring you with my singing? Oh, and dang. Okay, here we gotta paste it into the header. Nope. Dang. Here we go. Now this is working. But see, it takes a while to master posters, so if your first few posters don't turn out well, then just try again. But there are plenty of other places like Google Docs. Like for more advanced people, like I might try something like Photoshop. Word probably has a lot of the same stuff as Google Docs, but it depends on what you're looking for from a poster. I just want to create simple ones, so I do Google Docs. Anyway, so let's get Falcon in there, because his wings could be good for covering someone else, but whenever I try to insert Falcon in a poster, his wings are always quite pesky, I think. Oh, this is a cool image. This could be really cool. It could also be really uncool the way it belongs with some of them. See what I mean about Falcon's wings? They're really pesky. They're really pesky like this. See, I want to have Falcon in front of Black Widow, but I want to. But see, so if I make him too small, then his head won't be that visible. I could always have it like that. But no. This is a really cool image, but whenever you have an image of a character like flying or web swinging, you think it'll look great, and then it turns out no. So I don't think we're gonna. That's another thing. If an image doesn't work out, don't be sad. There's usually tons more, unless you're picking up a random side character that has hardly any role in the movie. But even that of Crossbones, the bad guy from the beginning of Civil War, there's like three different transparent images of him that are all totally and completely different. So don't feel lost if like it didn't work out at first. But if I was sharing these posters with the world, I would try and get permission for them first. But since I'm just having them private, it's okay to just use transparent images since I'm just putting them in my private files, sort of. Anyhow, let's get Ant-Man in there. This image is a good one. But it really, as I said before, and I'll say it again, it really depends on what you want your poster to be like, and of what movie you're doing. For a movie like this, where there's tons of characters, having a bunch of characters who are different sizes works out well. But for a different movie, it might not. See what I mean here? It's a totally different style of poster. So you gotta experiment with tons of different styles and find the one that's right for you. And practice. Practice lots. If you want to create awesome posters, you gotta practice. Spider-Man, Spider-Man, Spider-Man. See, an image like this would be another good one because it could cover a lot of space, but it could also be a very pesky image. But it's different. It's always different, no matter what. Wait, what? Okay, that's awesome. But not the one that we're looking for. Not the one that we're looking for. So this is a good image. In this movie, Spidey has sort of a big role, sort of a small role. It depends on the way you look at it. But I think he deserved a big role because he is like one of Marvel's most major characters. See, let's put. Oops, dang. Let's put. Let's see if we do this. Then it's like he's behind them all. See, for this, it's like I would call it like a bubble poster because it's like all these characters are in a giant bubble smushed on top of each other. Anyway, so this will be like the first in a series of videos called Random Tips. I won't make them too often, but stuff that I have expertise in, I'll help you guys with. And don't worry, I'll still be making tons of funny videos and stuff. But anyways, let's get Hawkeye in there. And yep, here we go, people. But another thing with Google, like, there can be tons of images of characters that aren't from the movie, but they still show up when you Google something. Google is quite pesky that way. So, for example, if I just search up Hawkeye Civil War, we see this image, and we know which costume it is. So, for example, then we know, oh, this isn't the right costume for the character. He's not wearing any glasses. That's another easy way to figure it out, just by looking at non-transparent background full images of the characters. See, for an image like this, oh yeah, look around his head. Like, this isn't a good image. We need a different image. I was too careless. See, super small images are like that sometimes, and super blurry ones too. And images like these, they may not be quite blurry, but they don't look like that character actually looks like in the movie, like this one, for example. But yeah. And anyhow, ooh, this could be a good one. But you're never sure. You're never sure. I'm just going to say that. Another way to easily get rid of images, or to make them do what you want them to do, just topple one on top of another and stuff. Like if there's an image that looks partially cool but then looks partially crappy, just topple some other image on the crappy part. It works. It works sometimes and it doesn't work other times. Depends, really. Let's put in there. And let's get Vision Civil War transparent. Vision is a tough character because of his long flowing cape. Anyone with a long flowing cape is a really tough character. character because their cape will get in the way. So that's why I chose this image because you can't see his cape in it. And this could be really cool. He could just be popping through the middle of everything. But no, he's blocking too much of characters. Maybe a bit higher then. Oh yeah, that totally looks cool. That image of Vision is really cool. But I'm gonna make him a little bigger. It's a little too small to be believable. Yeah, there we are. No, I need to make them a tiny bit smaller. See, that's the thing with images. You got to have them in the exact right size for them to not completely take over the poster, but not be so small that you can barely see them. I'm going to make him kind of, sort of smaller, sort of, like, maybe like that. That could still work. It still looks really cool how he's popping. Well, maybe a bit bigger. Anyway, that's a good size. Anyway, let's get an image of Scarlet Witch. So another way is to find images to figure out which characters you should put in the poster is to look for the actual posters from it, and then see which character has a big role in the poster, which characters are on the poster, and which aren't. But this is a massive collection of Scarlet Witch images. But you only really need one of them. One of them. Sometimes it's just sometimes images work and sometimes they don't. Also, another thing, try not to have images that have a different type of light in them. Like, for example, if you find an image that has purple light in the background, don't team it up with a different image that has yellow light in the background, basically, I guess, is what I'm saying. Is what I'm saying. Anyway, so I think that's pretty much everyone, but wait a second, we forgot about War Machine. Anyway, have you seen Captain America Civil War? Isn't it so good? Anyway, there's a ton of characters that are really awesome and have really cool images that you won't get to have in, and that's okay. Just remember, you might have a cool image like that in a different poster. There are tons of images like on this poster that I've used for a million other different posters, mainly because they work so well with anything, not because they look any extra cool or anything like that. But see, that wouldn't work, because his wings is just blocking everything. But see, would this work? No, because the logo doesn't cover all of him. And so, other tricky things with posters is some images really work and some of them just fail. I'm not saying that to be mean, it just, some of them are just like, blam, what is going on? Oh, no, wait, we don't want it. See, that's the thing. Sometimes they'll try something and then it ends up rating another. Anyway, this poster is looking pretty amazing so far. Like, we got everyone who's really that important in the movie, but am I forgetting anyone? I feel like I am, but then again, I'm thinking, no, I'm not, because I'm just not. I'll look it up anyway. Civil War cast. Getting anyone? No, it doesn't look like it. No, I don't think I am. I'm not forgetting anyone, I don't think. Not at all. Anyways, so now I guess this poster is finished. Like, ta-da! Anyway, so over the course of this video, we've created an awesome poster. I've taught you guys how to make a very cool poster of your own using Google Docs. And if you want to add words to the poster, try this. So, different fonts. For Black Ops 1 and color the text is like us. Black Ops. Black Ops 1 is going to be us. Well, but we don't want to have it red. That's going to be us. Embo 2016, because that's when the movie came out. But sometimes that works and sometimes it doesn't. Let's make the text a bit smaller then. Oh, but even that doesn't work. So let's make this a bit. Okay, so we don't have to have words, but that's the trick. If you aren't too overloaded with images, then add words to your poster. It looks really cool. But anyway, I guess this is it. Like, I've taught you guys how to create cool posters, mostly. There's still some stuff you can probably figure out for yourself, but this is the basics, and I hope you guys have learned something cool from this vid. Bye! Stay random!